Yeah.
You get the next one.
It's a lot of whiskey.
All right, so today we're learning about Manifest Destiny. How did you guys do on the quiz yesterday when we talked about Manifest Destiny?
I got a 3 out of 9.
3 out of 7.
I got a 4 out of 9.
I got right, but I got told it was wrong.
Middle was 4.6. Keep side chatter to the minimum, guys.
Sorry.
Yeah, it didn't matter. We're just testing new knowledge and stuff. So today, understanding the ideas of Manifest Destiny and westward expansion in American history, and explaining why Manifest Destiny inspired people to move west. That's what's big today. And so we're going to be looking at a picture, painting that was on the quiz yesterday, called American Progress, and we're going to be looking at the symbolism and everything to help answer this question. Okay, and so when you guys were packing your wagon, did you have a good idea of where you were starting, what city you were starting in?
No.
No?
No.
What city do you think you'd be leaving from?
Missouri.
Missouri? Okay, that's
Missouri.
good. Some people were thinking, like Delaware or New York or Pennsylvania, that's where the journey begins. Why wouldn't your journey west begin there? Lexi?
Because it's all the way, like, where you've already explored and stuff.
Yeah, it's where civilization already is. There's already general stores, there's already restaurants, hotels, and things. There's civilization, so whatever you need, you can get. But once you get to Missouri, like Lewis and Clark, right? We talked about the Louisiana Purchase. So this time is like expanding more off of the Louisiana Purchase. Where did Lewis and Clark begin their journey, their expedition? Around Illinois? Yeah. Where is it like normally thought of though, traditionally?
New York.
Not New York.
Alabama?
The Missouri River. So around Independence, that's where the edge of civilization is, and so they're pushing it, and so they are without those kind of necessities. Okay, so on your desk, you guys all have 3 copies of picture. Please treat them nicely, but 2 of you will have to share. And so I want you guys to get ready to think about and observe and reflect on what is going on in this picture. It's called American Progress by John Gast. Or Gost, I don't know. Yeah, remember, American Progress is what this is called.
He painted it.
He painted it, yep. I think it's in New York today. Okay, so on your note sheet of paper, I want you guys to have 4 categories: people, animals, objects, and landmarks. You can write it in the first 4 or 5 lines of your paper. People, animals, objects, and landmarks. And I want each of you to write 3. So 3 people that you notice, 3 animals you notice, 3 objects you notice, 3 landmarks you notice. Okay? And I will be collecting these at the end of class. Yeah, Ben?
Looks like I see the Golden Gate Bridge back there. Is that how
Sorry.
What year is it? They haven't even built that yet. Then it's actually New York. It's in California, so they haven't discovered it yet.
I like those questions, though. Ben was asking those questions, and Tyler helped out. That was really good.
Good job, Tyler.
Yeah, man. Remember, 3 of each category. So now, if you are on this side of your pod, then I want you to talk about the light side of the painting. You're going to talk about the light with the people on this side of the pod. If you're on this side of the pod, I want you to talk about the dark side, okay? And what do you notice about those colors, okay? All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so on the light side, it's like half when you're on the dark side, it's like a bunch of killing.
On the dark side, kind of looks outside.
Actually, I'm saying the opposite. It's like gets told that one guy is doing what's good and bad. Native Americans are trying to get away, move far away. Oh my gosh.
How does the so the light follows. What does that do to the darkness?
No way, that's it.
Darkness in this painting.
Wait.
Are they trying to like say?
I guess I'll use for those
Oh, I got it. We don't throw stuff
All right, you feel ready to talk about it a bit?
Yeah.
Okay, so what things that you notice, and we want to answer like why that is. Okay, so Liam, you talked about the light, right? What did you notice about the light? It follows the angel. Yep. And there's the rising sun in the back too. Lexi, what else did you notice?
Or the dark side, it's like they're running from the light side because the light side is like it's already been discovered and they're trying to change it from what it was originally.
Yeah.
Native Americans are afraid of it.
Yeah, Native Americans are like afraid of like an unknown area. Abrielle, what did you notice about the dark?
The dark side is where the like angel girl hasn't been, and that's where the Native Americans.
What are these books?
Yep, the Native Americans are still living in the West, and the angel has not moved there yet. So in the East, color is light. In the West, it is dark and treacherous, and the pioneers are following Columbia, bringing the light with them and chasing out the darkness of the West. So in this painting, what else is in the darkness?
Bulls.
Native Americans. Yeah.
All those people down there.
So what we can already kind of see what John Gast is thinking right now, right at this time. He's the guy who paints this. So we're thinking we're uncovering a bit of his perspective, to put it lightly. So I want you guys to write down to answer this question if you can. All right. Based on, we'll talk about it, but I want you to write just as much as you can. What message does John Gast want you to understand studying this painting? Just real short. We'll only give you like 30 seconds. Whatever you write, you write. Okay. All right, what do we think? What do we think?
Once you think that like the natives.
Who, Liam? What do you think?
That he's like trying to make the Native Americans look.
Trying to make Native Americans look evil. That's one message, certainly. Jonathan, do you have any guesses? What's the main message you think? What did you write down? Yeah, the white people are building a future on native land. So the title of this painting is called American Progress. Lexi, do you have something to add?
That it's like he wants everyone to be like the exact same as so not just one side is different, the other side is.
Yeah. So he's wanting everyone to kind of conform to the same society on one continent. So the pioneers moving west, settling the land. Native Americans are pushing out, are being pushed out as they go. And then this is the big thing here. This is the big idea. Everything you guys wrote is great, but I want you to write this down too. This is called, the painting's called American Progress. And so this is the idea that God gave the United States permission to expand and spread its culture. Okay, we're gonna start talking a bit. If you're still writing, don't worry. Just keep writing. So the idea that God gave the United States this permission, do we know that God actually did that?
No.
No, who's saying that God has given humanity manifest destiny?
John, yeah.
Christians? Who?
John, yeah.
John Gast? Yeah? Do you guys know, we talked a bit about the president yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
And the pretest, what was his name? Did anybody remember what his
It
name
was
was?
like something.
Paul.
Full. Yeah.
Paul, but what was his nickname?
Oh.
The God giver.
Full.
Mr.
Dang.
Mr. Manifest Destiny. So like the President James K. Polk, if you said it, I'm sorry I didn't hear it. President James K. Polk comes in and he is like, yes, Manifest Destiny is our thing now. So this is something that they're claiming in order to get people going back to the learning goal, inspiring people to move west. They're like, hey guys, move west, God told us so. Let's see the next one. So a couple of vocab words. Manifest destiny is one vocab word. That's one of the definitions. And individualism. What do we think individualism means?
Don't rely on others.
You're relying on yourself. You're more than necessarily others, the community. So right now we've been working for like understanding the ideas of manifest destiny and expansion of American history, and then if you can explain why manifest destiny inspired Americans to move west. On a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being like, yeah, I got a pretty good grasp of this idea of manifest destiny, and then 1 being like, I'm so clueless. So 1 to 5, what do you guys think?
Good.
What about being able to explain how this helped Americans move west? Okay. All right, cool, good. So now the last thing I want you guys to do is I want you to write this down. So each word, manifest and destiny, clear or obvious, and then destiny meaning meant to be. During this time, manifest destiny was an idea that Americans had the right and responsibility to overspread the nation. And then when you're done with that, the definition, I want you to answer these questions at the bottom. And I'll read through them in just a bit. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Could it be lunch? I'm trying to grub right now. So to these bottles. So what if Russians?
Must be so nice to be quite this idea. Okay, so I'm going to read through the bottom questions I want you guys to answer. You're only needing to write 3 sentences for this, okay? So 2 sentences here, 1 sentence at the bottom. Right? So the idea is the term manifest destiny, the right and responsibility to overspread and expand the nation. So if you were taking the mindset of a pioneer then, that's one of the pioneers are like, all right, I'm going west because it's my right and responsibility, my God-given right to expand